Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl here to do another reading for Gemini for February 2025. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping me safe, for protecting the collective and keeping us safe. Gemini, thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares, but most of all for showing up. Gemini, ooh, the deck splits and then it splits again. Deck is splitting easily. We have the Tower, we have the Queen of Gifts, and then we have our Star card here. So everything happens for a reason. And then we have the Moon. And then we have the Two of Gifts. Okay, very chatty. And choices that need to be made. Plans are formulating. Plans are becoming confusing. We have the Knight of Gifts. So there's an obsession. There's a confusion. There is too much. Too much. Probably overthinking. Yeah, well, overthinking it, the planning here, that process of putting things into planification to set things up. We're obsessed with it. We're wanting things to go in a particular way, but you see, there is confusion and there is a lot of it. It's obsession here. Things are being confused, plans are being confused, regrets are showing because of plans that keep changing. It's constantly changing. The plan keeps changing. We have the Knight of Gifts with the Queen of Gifts. So we're feeling inferior. We're not feeling like we can keep up with a particular. It's a younger man with an older woman for some, and then there's the I don't feel like my partner is, I'm not able to live up to what my partner expects for some. It's as if the plan keeps changing and there is regret in changing the plan because the partnership is not having it. The partnership is wanting that stability and is not letting go of that stability that they want. You see? That's for some of you. And then there's that confusion that I need to choose. I need to make a choice. I need to remove myself from that confusion. Now, that could be the person most on your mind because that's what this spread is about. I didn't even get to say that, and the deck just split right open. So this is the last turn I'm doing with this deck, the Yuletide Tarot for the winter season. And you see the moon here. Because we're being secretive, or someone is, and it is understood that there is secrecy because the Queen of Gifts here, she's very grounded, she's very psychic in the sense where she's picking up on the confusion. And she wants to have a reconciliation. She wants to make things fit. She wants to make things right. So if it is that she is the person most on your mind, well, you need only open up and talk to her because she's willing to listen. But if you are the she that is willing to listen and have your person come to you, then it is a question of time that they will come to you and talk to you, if you get my meaning here. Again, it is the person most on your mind. They want to come and talk to you, and it will be within the month or within the next full moon phase. If it is the new moon the full moon or the waning moon. It is a moon phase that will happen, that they will come and speak with you. And then we have the Tower. So that coming and speaking with you is, or you going and speaking with them, the person most on your mind. It is to say that things are changing again, and the plans are changing again, and it is for the better. It is to make things right, because that's what they want, or you want. And here is that fundamental change, that really learning from experience, not just I want things to change, because we have the Eight of Wands here. It is a period of time that has passed where lessons have been learned, and this is the Tower coming in to say just that they've learned their lesson, and they want to build on this relationship. They want to try harder to make it work. They want to show where they've changed. They want to put that effort in and allow you to see, or you would like to do that to show them. Just take it as it resonates. This is the person most on your mind, who is willing to put that extra effort, who is open to hearing you if you are not in the opposite stance, where you are waiting for them to come to you. You are open and willing to hear them, and you know that they've been working on themselves in order to change and grow and become a better person or a better partner. They've been working on their part of the relationship because they're wounded, and they're afraid. They're afraid. There is fear. This is why they're struggling and trying so hard, because they have great fear in them, and it is with regret that they are seeing where they went wrong. They're trying to change the plans, whatever plans you may have had with them. The Knight of Cups here is seeing that there is no way but up, because it couldn't get worse than it's gotten. Now you may be dealing with a water sign, or you may be dealing with somebody who's really having a hard time with their feelings there to express, because they're really feeling wounded here. And if it is that you may be the one that's feeling wounded because of what they have put you through, well, they're finding the courage, or you may be finding the courage to step forward and reach for that happiness, because there is no other way but up. They've come to the end, or you have come to the end. Someone has come to the end, their wits' end, if you will. They've come to realize that they cannot hide anymore, or they can't push things away or bury them anymore. It has to come out now. That's why we have the Tower here. It is inevitable. Things will change, whether they are trying to not make things change, or they're trying to change things so much so that they're getting confused. They're going to realize that they want to be happy with you, or you want to be happy with them, depending on how you are handling the relationship. If it is that you are at your wit's end, Gemini, if you are at your wit's end, know this: it is at the end, and Spirit is stepping in to show you that all of your effort is worthy. You will heal. The relationship will heal. You will change, you will grow, and you will have some happiness here in this life. Take heed and have courage to step forward, and allow yourself to explore that possibility of reconciliation, because it is what is required. It is what is wanted. In other words, we have a second chance here. We have the Knight of Candles reaching for that bravery, that step forward, that I can do this, digging deep inside and coming out with, yes, I can step forward. And yes, I want the happiness. I want to be with you. Or you will hear them say they want to be with you. They will say something like that to you. Then we have the star. So again, could be an air sign for some of you. Could be just that calculative thought process of, I want to take this relationship in another direction, because we see that here with the Chariot. Take that step to go towards happiness. It is what they're vying for. It's what you are vying for. Person most on your mind is, again, working out that confusion and going into having that fear of, I don't know if they will accept me. I don't know if you will accept them. In other words, depending on who's feeling that anxiety kicking in, because it's a nervousness to step forward. Again, with the Knight of Cups that we see here. Oh, mixing up the cards now. Knight of Cups is seeing that there's no way out. I have to go with this. I have to face this fear, and I have to step forward, and it can't get any worse. What's the worst thing that could happen is what they're thinking, or maybe you are, Gemini. Quite a bit of messages here. As I was saying, it is the Yuletide Tarot that I'm using, and it's a very interesting deck as far as splits and threes mostly, but again, it's bursting with messages because they just come as you see. I'm shuffling and the messages are just showing themselves. Again, the spread is the person most on your mind, and you see where it's split here and it's split here. So we have the Fool, we have Ace of Gifts, and the Nine of Gifts. And with the Fool, we see more cards coming back. So we have that courage to step forward into happiness and live the change and really accept things for the better, as to, I will grow from this experience. Whatever it was that is making you or them afraid, they are going, or you will see the light, in the sense of you have that clarity as to, it's a good thing. It's making me a stronger person, and I will heal. And you're doing this willingly. You're looking back, you're looking forward, you're settling into, I can do this, and you will take the step, or they will, person most on your mind. But there will be clarity, there will be truth, there will be settling down, there will be moving for some, a new beginning for others. Again, it is communication at a distance, and here we see the King. Someone has made up their mind that they want to take that step forward, and they will act on what it is that they want, because they've gone through enough lessons, if you will. You or they, I mean, we've all gone through quite a bit over the past years, and Gemini, you're starting to see where, oh, okay, I can do this. For some, I mean, others of you have already come to that reckoning where you're facing your fear, but you're taking that step forward, but you're doing it with the hope and faith in yourself, in whatever it is you've learned to do, because you've mastered something. And it could be just living with people or dealing with difficult individuals, that you've come to understand how that process works with those types of individuals, or you've put the textbook into action and you understand the theory of, through living the theory, if you see my meaning. But your spark is bright, and and you are creative, or you're feeling that sense of creativity where you're having the confidence to move forward and say, yes, I can do this. If it is an offer to be presented to a person, whether it is romance or academic, it's the same sensation of that sense of nervousness. Can I do this? Will they accept me? Will I do well? You will have that sense of belonging and feeling like you have family around you. And if it is you have to move house, you will. It will happen. It is for the better. Again, just connecting the breakup of the deck with the first breakup of the deck. And again, leaving in the sense where you must move on from in order to find that happiness and feel secure in what you've learned, and really taking, we saw the regret, we saw the 5 of Cups, now we see the 4. So we're facing that which makes us go into regret. We're looking at how we can work with these dark, difficult feelings and come out with a legacy or a family, or connecting with people who are like-minded, in other words, where we feel at home and we want to feel relaxed. We want to move into a place, or we want to move into a group that will make us feel like we do belong, or we will feel that we are surrounding ourselves with people who do feel the same way that we do. It's quite a bit of feeling going on here, and recognizing what feeling is, what you feel and how you feel around people, because it could be that you were taken away, you're taking yourself away from others. Or with that 10 of Swords, we see here this 7 of Swords, so it could be that there was deep dark betrayal and very wounded, because we saw the 9 of Wands, and that says that it was deep, it was dark, it was hurtful. 10 of Swords is everything. Here we have the 5 of Swords, so again, it was for revenge or jealousy or just plain mean. You've experienced that, or person most on your mind has. I mean, or you're thinking about the person who has treated you with such deep dark betrayals, or you've had dealings with them that makes for aggressive conversation or straightforward conversation about either being a part of the group or being part of the family, or again, it could be for in-laws to be, if you're in a relationship that you want to take to marriage and there's a problem with the families not communicating. Again, that's where nervousness will come in, where you want to join families and it's not going in the way you want, but you really want to be together. I picked that up here too, but it's more to say that in itself will change, because Jupiter is in your court, and that sense of not feeling like you belong or being put out is coming to an end. Again, you want to reconcile, or someone most on your mind. We see the Hermit here. That wisdom, lessons have been learned. It's reflecting back to the 13, the Death card, where we see that we have a new beginning. We have the possibility of family and building a home with that 10 of not the 10, yes, the 10 of gifts that we saw earlier. There is that sense of it can happen. See, we have the 9 going toward the 10. I think we saw the 10 earlier, but I put the cards back now. But we have the courage to make that offer, and someone has made up their mind that they want to settle down with either you, or you want to settle down with them. Gemini, what a mouthful. But it's good, because that's what this deck does. That's why I'm using it for this spread, the person most on your mind. Okay, and the oracle deck is the Witch's Season of the Witch Oracle, which I've been using for both January, February reads. And now this will be the last turn until I pack this deck away for winter. March, I'll use a different deck. My goodness, Gemini. Do thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. And please share this with someone if you feel that the messages may apply to people you may know who may need to hear that things will work out. It is difficult. It has been difficult, but those messages that came were a reassurance that things are going to turn around for you. And here we have the first card is the situation between you and the person most on your mind. And this is you and how you are handling that situation. And here's how they are handling the situation between you. Here we have Spirit's advice. Here we have how you are handling Spirit's advice. If you will take it or not is up to you. That's the free will here. Same goes for person most on your mind. And then the outcome, which is potential. It's not what I say is written in stone. It is liable to change even if you do follow it. The advice, I mean. Because the outcome is purely free will here. What could be and what will be isn't always the same. But this is a trigger. Just want to make sure they're set. Okay. This is a trigger to help you decide and make you see something that you may have been overlooking. Hence the reason you come to this clip. Here we have the Two of Gifts. So making that choice and really going with what you know you want and what you should have. And it's really grounding. It brings back to that grounding feeling where you make the choice or the person most on your mind makes their choice. Here we have the Two of Candles. So again, plans, making plans, changing plans, but being clear on what is changing and what has changed. And we see our Strength card come back. So that clarity brings in that courage to make that step forward and really go with what we really want. And we see the regrets here. That sense of probably missing. It's a missing. I'm missing you. I miss you. I want to see you. I want to be with you. You will hear that. Or maybe you want to say that to the person most on your mind. See, we have the Three of Good Chairs. So it's very close and very friendly and it's fun. It's being in, it's the contraire. You see, we have that low feeling and then we have that super high feeling. So could be the erratic changes that you've been experiencing or conversations about changes has frustrated you to the point where it goes from super low to super high and then back down again. There is a guidance here. The 8, what goes around comes around, and it's a cycle that needs to repeat itself. But every time you go through it, you become a little stronger. You become a little more forceful with how you feel. You put your foot down. In other words, you have the strength. It's that spiritual strength, that psychological strength, where when you say enough is enough, it really is enough, and you don't do this high and low constantly. See, the wheel turns again, so it's going again, another cycle is coming to completion, and you will overcome, or the next person, the person most on your mind, they will overcome. Maybe they're the ones going through this highs and lows that become so erratic that the plan keeps changing, or as soon as things go in a good direction, they want to change. Or if it goes in a negative direction, they want to change. They don't want to go through the change. They want to avoid that. Maybe you do, Gemini. Someone is struggling with reality and the real reality of facing their fears, and overcoming them and becoming responsible and really learning the lesson. See, here we have that 5 of Swords going toward the 6. So looking for that security, you know, that self-sufficiency. And here we have the Page with the 8 of Gifts. So another 8 coming around. So really is what goes around comes around. Cycles are repeating themselves, but because we saw the World card, we know that it is coming to an end, and that end is not far off. So the situation between you, we see the King of Swords come back. So it could be for that aggressive conversation, or it could be someone needs to stand and really deliver and be honest with how they feel, because they keep changing, or you or them, whoever is going from left to right, high and low. We need to settle down and really speak our mind and be honest. That's the situation here. Bring it forward. Speak what is really on your mind. Oh, they need to. And here you are with the plans. And here they are with the truth. So we have 2 of Swords. So we're really struggling to either make ends meet between the two. Communication is a problem. Communication is difficult. Either you have trouble communicating or you have trouble expressing between you. Being that things are misinterpreted. What you really want to say is not coming across, or vice versa. Or whatever it is said, it is taken out of context and it creates arguments, because here we have brutal truth in some cases, and for others it is just being honest. Taking that responsibility and making a choice, settling and saying, okay, I really want this and we'll work towards that, and I really want to be happy with you. I want to tell the truth. I want to see the truth. I want to understand what's going on. I want to understand why it is the way it is, and why we keep going from left to right, and inconsistencies and such. Spirit's advice here is to put the burden down. Just let it fall. Just, okay, this is what I really want. Decide. You are making plans, but the plans keep changing. So maybe it's you, Gemini, that you keep shifting. You're not sure. You're going from, I want this, no, I don't, I want that. And then you're really working it. You're working it out. At least you're trying your best to be clear. And here is where we have that high and low coming in, where either we're being missed or you're missing. Something's missing or someone is being missed. We're not letting go of certain feelings, or we're having trouble. We're struggling to be clear about how we feel. In some cases, it's a lot of work. It feels like there's a lot of work to express or to be understood. It's having a hard time expressing, or having a hard time being understood. You know where you fit with that. Here's what you will just do. Here's a Tower. So you are making that change. You are putting effort in to see that there is change. That you go with what Spirit clears that path for you. Going in that direction. At least you're hoping for it. You're waiting for that. You're just allowing the changes to happen. And then we have our King of Cups. So here is where the person most on your mind is having that courage to come forward. They want to speak. They want to share what they feel. They've been working hard at understanding how to deal with you, or how to speak with you. And then we have the end of a cycle. So here's where we see that it can, as I said in the beginning, it can only go up from here. There's no more struggle. Let's get it all out on the table. We have the double tens here. So It confirms that there's an ending, whether it is an ending of a relationship or an ending of a cycle within the relationship where you rise above and you find that clarity between you. Or you may want to leave, because here's where it is time to make that decision, where we can no longer tolerate certain behaviors, or we can't deal with it anymore. There's nothing left to be done, so we must end this, for some of you here. But not just ending it and running off. It is knowing the why and being clear on what it is that is ending and how you feel about the whole situation. Again, there's betrayal for others. This is where you may decide to leave because you find out certain information that someone's been juggling. Maybe you've been juggled and you're finding out that clarity. Again, there's fear. There was fear in the beginning. The wheel is turning in your favor, Gemini. If it is that you need to find out truth, you will. Oh dear. Couldn't be more straightforward. Here we have the Seven of Swords. So there's a strategy here. Either there's an imbalance that is just too much to bear for you. They are not able to share in the way where it will make an ease with the situation between you becomes more difficult. Again, the juggling. And then you realize, well, no, I can't deal with this. I must leave. And they realize, because their back is turned to all of this, they don't want to face that truth. They don't want to tell the truth. They're looking the other way. They're looking how they can move on. But something is telling me here they're not willing to accept what took place. This is probably why they're well, this could go either way. For some, it is a question of being more mature, and for others, it is going deeper into the illusion. And it seems to be coming away with a strategy to avoid. It's avoidance here. Avoid, and this is why you were like, no, I can't. I don't want. Gemini does not want to go further along. This is the end of this connection. For most of you, you probably see the clarity in why. You'll understand why. You already know why, because you're getting that information when the epiphany will come. Spirit will just let you know. It'll probably be when they make an offer, and that in that offer you will get your truth. You will get the clarity that it is not going to work out because of the offer that they are presenting you. Again, it is an offer for romance. It is an offer for business. You know the scenario you're in, where it comes down to walking away from that offer, because that's what you're going to do. You're going to leave that. You're not going to accept that offer because there is betrayal that follows it, and you know it. You will know it. Whatever it is they're offering, it's a lie. It's a lie. It is a lie. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. What is the oracle message or advice, I should say? What is the advice for Gemini for this read, the person most on your mind? And we have the Storm. And we have the Crone. Again, that's wisdom. That's knowledge coming. So having that discussion, it will put an end. It will be an end of a cycle. But you will be wiser for it. And that's where the Tower comes in. You're going to understand. You're going to know. The truth will just come to you. As within and so without, there are storms a coming. Change without doubt. Again, with the the Tower. That brings in your clarity, your understanding, and the storm is just like the lightning bolt. It will clear a path, and the truth will be shown to you, and you will see and you will understand when they make that offer. It will show you their illusion, because they're thinking that they're coming to tell you some truth, or they want to tell the truth. It could be in the reverse, because here it turns out to be a lie. And then we see the crone, and then the bear medicine, where you need to take time alone for yourself so that you can heal properly from the experiences of the betrayals and such that you've been through. Thy wisdom befriends and the honor in which weaves within blood. Oh, harrowing. Oh, harrowing call from the depths of your sacredness. Thy wisdom befriends the honor in which weaves within blood. So it's a deep knowing here. It's like you can feel it in your veins, you can feel it in your bones, kind of feeling where you know the truth is coming. You have your suspicions, you've been through enough, you have the experience. And that harrowing call from the depths of your sacredness is because you're being true. You're being true to you, you're being true to the next person, the person most on your mind, and their truth will show itself, whether it is that they are in an illusion, that they believe their own lies, or that they are telling you lies. On that note, Gemini, I thank you again for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Until our next read, love and light.